Good morning everyone, my name's Matt and welcome back to Cobb Hill Farms. The last 5 weeks have been really busy for me here on the farm, and I'm not going to lie, sometimes stressful. Working on Stacy's Farmall H tractor to get that done for the wedding. As my wedding gift to her, I wanted it done so we could use it for pictures and have it be part of the ceremony. Well, we're 3 days away from our big day here on the farm. So we've transitioned from working on the tractor to getting the property ready to have all the guests that we have invited and that are coming to have a nice spectacular day here on the farm. Well, better late than never. We got some fresh mulch and some nice flowers in here in our circle, along with our American flag. Nice bed of brown mulch over here for our one bottom plow to set on. Took 6 yards of mulch to get the job done around here. We put these perennials in. I don't know how long they're gonna last. They don't look very good, so I don't know. Actually, there's a couple on that plant right there that look like they're starting to yellow, so I don't know, maybe they'll come around. If not, we'll rip them out and put something in next year. We got the area up behind the barn next to our cattle barn all cleaned up. This is going to be the parking for all our guests when they come for the wedding. The only thing left up here is a wide front Super C. That's got to get taken down to the house, pressure washed off. We're going to line the driveway with all the tractors, so as guests come in, all the tractors will be lined up on one side of the driveway. I stole the seat spring out of this one for the Farmall H. The H's seat spring broke a while ago. I ordered one for it, but that thing was really stiff and got you setting up high, and so I'm not quite sure what the deal is. So the one that is on it now works really good off of this one, so I'll probably order a new seat spring for this tractor here at some point. And then we got this thing. Work's piling up already for after the wedding. This is a customer's machine. I got to do some work on it, and he was working to the north of us and he lives to the south of us, and he asked, can I drop it off on my way through instead of bringing it all the way back? I said, yeah, that's no problem. I'll just find a place to put that out of the way for wedding day. But this whole area here is all going to be used for parking for all our guests. So back when we did first cutting, we did these round bales. We just put them in here in the barn willy-nilly because there was some rain coming that day, and we actually went and helped a friend of mine do round bales, the one I borrowed the round baler from. So it was kind of a mad dash to get these bales in the barn. Well, the other day I pulled these bales out, got the feed grinder outside. Then I brought these bales back in, double stacked them in here how I want them for the winter. So the top of the barn is pretty well set how we want it. We got 3 rows of round bales here as well. And we also brought in the 1 wagon load of small squares. Stacy and I brought them in, got them in here in the barn. So we're all set with bales here in the barn for the winter time. All that was in an effort to make some room here in the front in order to put some stuff that we didn't want sitting outside or down in the garage while we were having the wedding with all our guests around. So this stuff is up here. We'll be able to close the doors and out of sight, out of mind. So all that brings us to today's project of what we need to get done before the wedding. Well, the old Campbell Hossfield pressure washer let me down. It was running along fine, and all of a sudden it just quit. So after pulling and pulling and pulling, the recoil cord broke. So dead in the water. I went borrowing the neighbor's pressure washer, so thank you very much, trying to get a job done. So let's get back at it. Well, we got the house done, we got the back side of the garage all done, working on the front side here, and this is why I chose today to do this. Because guess what? It's raining around here again. Go figure. Gonna get wet anyway, so might as well just wash the house, the garage, and we're gonna do the chicken coop next. So next morning, the GoPro ended up dying while I was washing the chicken feeder container, so I just had to get that done. Then we had a bunch of errands to run in the afternoon. We had to go get our outfits for the guys and some other things, so we didn't get back to doing any more cleaning. But I got all the pressure washing done I wanted to get done outside yesterday. Today's job is, as you see, cleaning the shop, trying to make it look less like a shop and make it more presentable for having a buffet line. This is where we're gonna put all the food for the wedding. So we got it all swept up, cleaned up a little bit, and I'm gonna wash the floors down. Well, I gotta say one thing, the old shop cleaned up pretty good, especially for what we put her through this winter. But you gotta have a reason once in a while to clean them up, and we haven't really had a reason the last couple of years. It hasn't been done, so it was definitely time. Over here in the drive-through bay, we're gonna have a row of tables. It's gonna be a buffet style for all our guests to serve themselves, and then they can be seated. So that's where all the food's gonna go. Over here in this bay, we're gonna have a couple different tables. One for a card box, guest book, probably the itinerary for the day's events is going to be on those tables. So that's what we got going on in here. So that's pretty well it for what we're going to do, getting cleaned up for the wedding, little odds and ends. But we got a couple loose ends to get done on the farm, so we're going to get busy doing some of that. Well, that ought to last the cattle a day or so, and then we'll have to go back out and do that process all over again. We'll do that probably all the way through October into November. Well, that's the conclusion for another day here on the farm. With that, we're down to one full day before the big day here. Feeling pretty confident about where we're at. We got a few little minor things to do, but other than that, I think we're about pretty well set. I showed you pressure washing the house, making the place look nice, showed you the mulch all around the house and what we've done there. Got the yard all nice and mowed and trimmed up, ready to go. So the only thing we got left to do is little odds and ends things here. So the only thing I haven't showed you is the progress on the Farmall H. For all intents and purposes, the tractor is done. Not 100% done, about 98% done. It's missing the fenders. This tractor had a double seat on it, and the fenders were mounted kind of in a different way. So I need to come up with a bracketry to mount them the correct way to the axles, and that'll be a winter project. And probably the other notable thing would be a charging system. Right now it doesn't have a charging system. I'm going to put a one-wire alternator on this. You can buy a nice little guy that fits up underneath the hood. You don't have to do any carving or hacking. My Farmall H has one on it. So that'll be something that we'll do later on this winter. But for all intents and purposes, it's a running, driving, functional Farmall H tractor. It turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Me being the one that's got the hours, blood, sweat, and tears into it, I know where all the little imperfections are, but not many people have laid their eyes on it yet. But the ones that have don't notice anything. To them, it's a beautifully restored, perfect tractor, and I welcome all the comments and criticism about it, but there's only one person that their opinion matters to me, and that's Stacy. And she is absolutely ecstatic with how her tractor turned out. And that to me is the best wedding present I could have ever imagined to give her. So it's ready for the ceremony. It'll be used. And I'm really glad that I was able to fulfill my end of the bargain and get the tractor done for her. So with that being said, after the wedding, the following week, August 7th through the 10th, is the New York Steam Engine Association's Pageant of Steam in Canandaigua, New York. We are going to be there. It's a much needed break and time off from everything that we've been doing for the last month and a half. This tractor will be there. Logan's Farmall Super C will be there, along with the Alice Chalmers C. He wants to pull those Thursday and Friday night. But this tractor will be there. We'll be there behind the International Bologna Club tent. So if you happen to be at the Pageant of Steam, take a look and see if you can spot this old girl. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like our channel, we ask you to subscribe. I really want to thank everybody that has continued to watch our videos, continued to subscribe, even though we haven't put out a lot of content as of late. We've been really busy, but hopefully that's going to be changing here pretty soon, and we'll get back to 2 to 3 videos a week. So again, we really appreciate all our viewers. Thanks. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time.